in the comfort of your vehicle or your home or your computer. I just hope that you enjoy this episode because it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
So, the title today is Winners and Losers Have the Same Goals. Did you know that?
What? I'm gonna be like, what do you mean, Carina?
Right. And that's actually one of the reasons why we decided to talk about this. So just to mention is when I mentioned it to her, she had to think about it. Tell me what your response was that when I mentioned that topic.
I was like, that didn't make sense, Carina. I was like, no, that's not true. They don't have the same goals.
Yes.
It started a discussion, by the way.
We did. So, but that's why we have to save it and actually put it here on live or on the podcast so that y'all can actually agree or disagree with us. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, all right? So tell me, in your mind, I want you to answer to yourself, what is the difference between winners and losers, right? Think about that and then we'll answer. But Lizette, what do you think is the difference between winners and losers?
Winner take actions, losers stay there expecting something happen.
Exactly. So basically action, right? Action is the difference between both of them. So because you got to think, the winners and the losers, they will have the same goals, but the difference between both of them is the winners are more consistent, more invested, more dedicated, more focused, and at the end, disciplined. And all of that ends up being because of habits.
Yeah.
Habits. Isn't that crazy? If you've been missing the last few episodes, you need to hop on and make sure that you check them out, okay? And subscribe, because otherwise you wouldn't be getting all the up-to-date new info. So
yeah, that's true.
So tell me, Liz, what was your question right now?
So when you mentioned that to me, of course, that come to my mind, that question like, what do you mean, Carina? Of course they don't have the same goals.
Yeah.
Because they stay there. And then we start this debate and I was like, okay, now makes sense. Yeah, you're right. The difference is about like who really take action and who really just stay in their mind thinking that they are going to take action, but they never decide to take action. And that's why you stay as a loser if you are a loser, or you stay as a winner if you are a winner, no?
Exactly. So did you also know, I mean, these are things that I've been reading, girl, and I'm all like, oh my God, I got to share this with people, okay? So do you realize that a lot of times the people don't start? And it could be anything. It could be losing weight. It could be working out. It could be a business. It's fear.
Yeah.
Fear.
I believe you. A lot of people here is like, oh man, you know what? This is not for me. I'm quitting.
Yeah.
Why? No, this is not for me. It's not that it's not for you. It's that you are with fear in yourself and you allow that control you.
Exactly. So, one of the biggest tips as a coach, sports coach, health coach, whatever you want to call me, I'll be your coach, okay? Is it doesn't have to be drastic. Whatever it is that you have that desire in your heart and your mind and your soul, it doesn't have to be drastic. Just one small change daily.
You always tell me a small progress is still progress.
Exactly. Small progress equals big results.
Yeah, and sometimes as a beginner, because I consider myself a beginner in this fitness life, but also I go back in my business and people that is starting in my company, they are beginners too.
Exactly.
So when they are like in that point, this is like a very crucial line. The first 2-3 weeks with you when you are doing the fitness, it's the first month. Mm-hmm. I guess it's the same first 4 weeks.
It's similar, yeah.
It's crucial for you to keep going or for you to stay in that line as a loser. So I really understand now that part. So here what we need to do is just not focus on oh my God, what you say, drastic results.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on small progress is still progress. I remember when I had to do my first check-in and I was like, where is the change? There is no change. One week, the first week, my coach, Carina, she come to me and say, take a pictures, make the measurements and send it to me. And I was like, what? I haven't started with you, Carina, come on. 4 or 5 days. And Carina, yep, every week. Why? I haven't understand. But now when I go back to my business, I do the same with my new people. I was like every week, keeping check with them, keeping track with them, the results that they are keeping tracking. And they're like, hey, and how are you doing? What do you feel? Like the performance, no? And they're like maybe asking the same questions that I asked to you. Like, what is the reason why if I am new, Carina? Of course, there is not going to be change.
Exactly.
But guess what? I identify in my mind that the biggest change was not about in my body, was about my mind and my habits that you start to help me to implement in my life.
I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. Thank you. You know, it's amazing because at the beginning, I was just using as an example. A lot of times, you know, you hear people, hey, I want to change, you know, I want to lose weight. And they've been not eating or taking care of themselves for approximately, let's just give it a 10-year, you know, dateline. But then all of a sudden they say, oh, I'm going to start losing weight. I'm excited, blah, blah, blah. And 30 days they quit because they don't see the results they're expecting. The reality is you have been mistreating yourself, your body for over 10 years, and all of a sudden because you gave it 30 days, you want all those results of those 10 years?
In 30 days.
Exactly.
Yeah,
let's be realistic, guys. You have to be consistent. You have to be willing to invest time and effort in you, because at the end of the day, guess who gets to celebrate those changes? Who gets to live that healthy lifestyle? Exactly.
Me.
That's right.
Who's gonna wear that bikini in Miami?
It ain't gonna be me. It's gonna be her. And that is why, you know, we try to find different ways to explain this to you, to understand that at the end of the day, the one that's going to make that decision is you.
Yeah, I agree about that. And also that come to ask this question to you.
Yeah.
Excuses or progress, Carina?
Yeah, exactly, right? You can have excuses or you can have results. You cannot have both.
No,
you cannot have both. So, you know, I think a great example of that would be is in anything that you do, there's always going to be a decision that you have to be made, right? So you wake up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're woken up maybe because the alarm's going off, right? So you have two options. Are you going to snooze it or are you going to go back to sleep? I mean, are you going to snooze it or are you going to get up?
I snooze it 10 times.
I do that too, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but finally I get up.
Exactly.
I get up and I see my coach training at 5:30 a.m. and she motivates me to get up and hey, move your ass and go and do the work because that is not gonna be just free.
Exactly. And you know, one of the things that I always tell people, which is funny because I was just telling Josh this, you know, sometimes we have designated days, times, and things that we have to do. And it's so easy for us to commit to other people, right? And you're gonna be there. You don't wanna let people down, but then when it comes to you, what do? I don't feel like it. You don't feel like it. You didn't feel like going to work, but you went. What's the difference between you quitting on yourself and quitting on somebody else? If anything, I think you should hold yourself higher than you would hold your employer, because at the end of the day, it's just you, right?
Yeah, that's true. I always ask this question in my first training when we onboard new people to the company. Like, if you were the owner and the only employer of your company, what would you do if you are the only employer in your company?
As far as health?
Yeah.
Take care of myself, because guess what? Then we don't have a business, right?
As far as health, as far as grow the company, as far as make money, hey, show up every day, no buying my excuses, and keep going because this is gonna depend on who?
Exactly.
On me.
It's the investment.
Yeah.
It's the investment that keeps on giving back to you.
Exactly.
So, you know, another thing that I was thinking about too is, you know, a lot of times when people set out, for example, that they set out to work out 30 days and then they set certain expectations and they don't see the expectations they were wanting to achieve in those 30 days, they quit. You know why they quit? Because they've put themselves in a little box. I'm only going to be happy if I achieve this.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, I'm going to be happy with the progress I make. Just there's the difference, you know? So instead of setting yourself out for failure, you know, acknowledge the changes that you make in the progress and enjoy the process.
Yeah.
You have to enjoy it.
And that is true. Yeah. And I love, that's why we decide to do this podcast. That's why we connect the mind. Because even when she's talking about the health, the wellness in your life, in your personal life, I see a lot of similarities.
Yeah. Oh, but I love it with your accent. Oh, please. Just speak that Spanglish.
Okay, my Spanish. Okay, well, I see a lot of similarities in the business and also in your wellness. Why? Because you are the one that are going to decide where until when you want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's gonna give you a top. Like, hey, you wanna go, for example, you wanna go and be in the contest for the Olympia, no? Olympia, that's the biggest, I think the biggest
bodybuilding.
one, no? The bodybuilding, the biggest show. So you wanna be there? Yeah, let's go. Who is gonna stopping you? Nobody.
That's right.
Just yourself. Hey, I wanna be like 90, 60, 90, like, well, that's in centimeters, but in inches, what is the...
Yeah, it's the same thing, you know, they have specific proportions for what do they call that? The time, what I can't remember.
Like for a model body?
Hourglass, yeah, there you go.
So who is stopping you? It's you. You, and guess who? Your mouth. But it's your mouth, so at the end of the day, it's gonna be you.
Your mouth and your mind.
And your mind, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So the same in the business. So I saw multiple people coming here. We never put like a top in how much money they can make, you know? So what does that mean? Hey, you can be writing a check for 2,000, 3,000 in a week. 4,000 in a week.
How? Where do I sign up?
So what was the difference that a lot of people put excuses in their mind and then say, oh no, that is not gonna be for me.
So to add on that, it's the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Comfort zone. So one of the things is you may have, probably some maybe no, but typically when somebody starts a journey, they're like hungry for it. They're excited and they're like, yeah, I'm coming. And then all of a sudden it starts winding down and they start slowing down. And before you know, they just stay there. And they're just going to stay there. And they're just going to stay there.
And then they are going to just complain.
Exactly.
Complain.
And that is where you have to realize, okay, I need to make a change. It's time to progress. It's time to grind or sit there and complain. You know, it's kind of that whole thing, like going hand in hand with what you're saying. It's like you have to want to change.
Yes.
It doesn't matter finances. So if I want to make a lot of money, guess what I need to do? I need to get out of the comfort zone and I need to grind.
And you have to want it.
Exactly.
Because you always tell me that I cannot want more than you. Because I want more than you, I already know it. That's why I am coaching you. That's why I am guiding you. But if I wanted more than you, I am not going to be able to wake up yourself and make you go to the gym every single day and make you eat whatever you need to eat to follow your meal plan.
Exactly.
And now I understand and I think the same. Hey.
She probably thinks of me, oh, Carina said no.
Yeah, no, it's like, hey, I can want you to make 2,000-3,000 per week, but I cannot want it more than you.
Force them.
Because I am not gonna be able to force you to go and do it. Because if not, you're gonna finalize getting mad with me and say, oh my God, that fucking bitch. I hate her. She's making me work so hard. I don't wanna be doing this. You know? And that's real.
It's funny because I know my clients cuss me out too. I have one who I love her to death. She comes to me in the mornings and we train, and when she just gives me this look and I go, I already know you're cussing at me in your mind. I go, but guess what? You got 5 more. So yeah, but you have to understand, when people push you out of that comfort zone, it's not comfortable. That's why it's called uncomfortable. Yeah. So the goal is for you to push through. It's temporary pain for long-term goals.
Yes.
You know, it's amazing how finances and physical, I mean, it all goes hand in hand. You can't have one without the other because, you know, the last time I checked, I got to pay bills.
Yes, that's true.
You know?
That is true.
Exactly. So going on back to the thing, because we could just sit here and talk about all this all day, right? Okay. So what would you recommend for people to do if they find themselves in that situation where they have problems? What is it, excuses or?
Excuses or progress. So, well, in my case, I'm gonna use myself as example.
Okay.
Because when I give you excuse to you when you are training me in my wellness life, in my fitness life, I came to Carina and I throw an excuse, like I think it's a hard excuse. Oh, this is a big excuse and she's gonna believe this excuse.
Yeah.
And then she come to me and she say, always, let me tell you this, Liz. The excuses looks better for who are making it. And I am like, what do you mean?
Yep.
Super mad and serious. What do you mean, Carina? You are not understanding me.
She was bent out of shape. She was like hurt. You're telling me no?
Yeah. And then I say like, you know what? She's doing with me what I do with my team. Really,
Tough love.
she's getting me out of my comfort zone. And it's not because she doesn't love me. It's because she loves me too much that she knows that she needs to take me out of that little box where I want to be.
Exactly.
Or where I want to stay. So if she doesn't take me out, of course I am not gonna see my progress. So far 1 year after, I can tell you my progress, oh my God, it's huge.
It's amazing.
It's huge and it's coming more and more and more. So now the goal is she's gonna take me to compete.
Yes. WBFF.
Yay!
She's coming. She's coming. She's just getting ready right now.
Yeah, so now I can see there was a progress. Okay, maybe I take a year, and probably you can say, oh, come on, but you take a year. Yeah, but I never quit. And that's the difference between winners and losers. And that's where you can stay in that chair, just sitting down watching and saying, oh my God, why you didn't choose me? Hey, because you decided to stay there. That's what I really see. In my experience, yeah, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's gonna take you out of your comfort zone. Yes, maybe you're gonna be crying because sometimes I cry.
I cry all the time. I do.
Sometimes you're training and you're like, I don't know why I can't do my training.
Listen, the other day, and this is, I think I even told you, I don't know if I told you, but I'm telling y'all this. I literally cried, okay? I'm sitting there doing reverse lunges. No, it was step-ups. And I had to wait. My whole body was hurting, okay? I was in so much pain and I'm praying. I'm like, dear Lord, please, dear God, please help me, give me that strength. I had tears coming down my eyes. I was mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, but guess what? He gave me the strength to keep pushing, and then I had a day off the next day. But that's the thing.
Hey, you reward yourself.
Yes.
That's a good one. And that's another question.
Yeah.
That's another question that I would like to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you reward yourself when you see your progress? Because that's a perfect example. When you say you was pushing yourself, you are very close to quit because the body was in pain, in so hard pain, and you have two options. Keep going or quit.
Exactly.
So you decide to keep going. And then you say, okay, you know what? Now I'm going to reward myself. So how do you reward yourself? Because a lot of people, sometimes we have a very hard time. I include myself. Sometimes it's really hard for me to reward myself because sometimes we don't really see the small progress. We want to see that drastic progress that you were talking about. But we really need to reward even in the smallest, because every single step is gonna take you up.
Exactly.
How do you do it?
So for me personally, okay, giving you that example, so I'm on a mini cut, okay? So my mini cut consists of course, dropping calories, a little bit more harder on the training, doing running, doing cardio. So that is very taxing on the body. This is why I don't compete more than one time a year. So for me personally, at that point, I'm exhausted. As you know, we have 3 different businesses that we run as well. So I was mentally exhausted too. After my training, which was that day, right? So then yesterday was my day off. I literally woke up later than normal. Okay. Then I went and I ran. I still have to do that. You see that face? But that's okay. And then what I did is I relaxed. I worked, did, sedentary work, which was relaxing, honestly. I stretched out. Then I soaked an Epsom salt bath. And I stretched in the tub. Like I'm literally doing the splits and everything while I'm in the tub. And I'm reading my book and listening to music. that is how I take care of myself.
That's a reward for
That
you.
is my reward, and I can do it as many times as I want, and it's cheap. And the reason I do that too is because, and I'm glad that you're asking that too, because a lot of times people in the fitness industry or in their fitness journey, they want to reward themselves with food. You have to remember, you got to break that connection, because if you think if you work so hard, then you get food. Why? I mean, that's the reason why we're here in the first place. We got to break that bad relationship with food and actually eat what you want. It shouldn't be because you did this, but at the same time, always remember what you put into your body is going to show up eventually.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Because it's like equals when you have a business and you make a lot of money, equals to go and spend everything.
Exactly.
Of course, you're not gonna do that.
Exactly.
Because if you do that, you can break your company. You can put your company in bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because you think that reward is everything related to just the money amount.
Exactly.
And it's not gonna be all that.
Exactly.
That's why I like your example. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Small little, celebrations here and there. Go out, have, watch a movie with the family, spend quality family time. That's something that we don't do, much of anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, not me, just personally. I mean, everybody's stuck on these stupid phones. They're stuck
true.
everywhere. Yeah, like it's like what is it called? Disconnect, and it's okay.
Reset
Yes.
your mind and your soul.
Yes.
And when you reset your mind and your soul, you connect better. When you need to come back.
Agree. 5 minutes minimum of praying helps me all the time, guys. So
Yeah.
reset, reboot.
Yeah.
Reboot. But yeah, so what other question did you have?
So basically, that's something that I just have. Like I think a lot of people like stuck on how to reward themselves. So when we're talking about winners and losers, if you don't want to stay in that route as a loser and you really want to be a winner, remember, winner is not going to be always be in the first place.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be in the first place, yes, but the first place is just going to be for one.
Real quick right now that you're saying the first place. So have you ever heard the story of the turtle and turtle and the hare, the rabbit? Have you heard the story?
No.
Okay, so what it is, there's a turtle and there's a rabbit and they're both running a race. So the turtle is slow, as y'all know, turtles are slow, and the rabbit's really fast. So the rabbit takes off, really fast, and he's all excited. He sees the finish line, and here comes the turtle. And the rabbit looks over and says, "Ha! I can sit here and take a nap and enjoy the sun while the turtle still catches up." Guess what? He stopped. The turtle kept going. Guess who won?
The turtle.
That's right. Consistency.
Yeah.
See?
Never stop even when you feel that you are the last.
Because remember, feelings don't give you results.
That's true. Feelings are not gonna make you a winner.
That's right.
And here we're talking about how to make your mind a winner and stop making a loser.
That's right.
Remember, excuses are not gonna give you the progress. Here the question is how you're gonna wanna take your life. Making excuses or making progress? Remember, progress always gonna be just small progress is even a progress.
Agree. So ultimately, the results you get is out of the commitment you put in. Boom.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That's true. Well, I think that's it that we have to share today.
Yeah.
So connect with us next episode with our powerful woman and coach.
Thank you.
She is the official 1814 coach. So we are so excited because tomorrow we're going to start. Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, guys. SIP Warriors on Spotify.
And Pinky Mindset by 1814.
Exactly.
In Spotify too.
And make sure y'all subscribe because we're going to be getting this info out here as soon as possible. And Instagram, did you share your handle?
Yeah, or Instagram, you can find us in 1814 Ventures LLC, and also we have the Pinky Mindset by 1814. So if you are just more like Power Woman, go to Pinky Mindset. If you are more like all about businesses, go to 1814.
Follow them all. Follow them all. And of course, you can find me on Strength and Pain Fitness on Instagram and on the Carina Aguirre as well on Instagram. So thank you again, guys, for having us, and have an amazing, blessed day.
Thank you.
Bye.